Hi everyone, I'm back today with the 5th layout in our complete wedding album series. And this layout is sort of the celebration layout, so this would be really good for pictures of the wedding reception or the wedding dinner, anything like that. So I'm starting with 2 pieces of designer cardstock, and this is cut down by 1/4 of an inch on 3 sides. So it's 11 3/4 by 11.5 inches. And I'm going to adhere these to my 12 by 12 black cardstock, and I'm going to adhere it flush in the middle. That way when we put our pages together, the designer paper will meet in the middle. Do the same for my second piece. Next I have a strip of this striped paper. This was cut at 3 inches by 11 3/4 of an inch. And then I have 2 background pieces. So this was cut at 11 3/4 of an inch by 3.5 inches. And we'll just adhere that right in the middle. And it'll go flush on the 2 edges as well. And then I'm going to adhere it right in the center of my layout. I'm going to line my 2 pieces up and then line my border piece up to the other one. Good, I was afraid that was going to wrinkle, and it didn't. finally I have some black border strips that were cut from the paper stack, and I'm going to adhere these right to the edge. Alright, and now for my photo mats. I have a bunch of photo mats for this one. I have two large 4x6 photo mats, and then I have 6 3x3 photo mats. So the white cardstock is cut at 3 1/4 of an inch by 3 1/4 of an inch, and then the black cardstock is cut at 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. And for the 4x6s, the white cardstock is 6 1/4 by 4 1/4, and the black cardstock is 6 1/2 by 4 1/2. I always cut my photo mats up by 1/4 of an inch. Okay, now I have a couple of titles. I have this Mr. and Miss title that was cut from the Tie the Knot cartridge. It was cut at 2 3/4 of an inch. And this turned out to be one of my favorite cuts in the book. I've never cut it before, but I love the font, I love the ampersand, I love the way it layers, and I just thought it was really, really pretty. My second title is also from Tie the Knot. It says Celebrate, and it was cut at 2 3/4 as well. These are going to be a little bit catty-cornered to each other. I have the wedding cake that was cut from the Tie the Knot cartridge. It was cut at 2 3/4 of an inch. No, 2 3/4 of an inch. And the cake plate was cut at 3 inches. I have two gifts. These were cut from the Sweethearts cartridge. The larger gift was cut at 3 1/2 inches, and the smaller one was cut at 2 3/4 of an inch. I have two champagne glasses here, and I used the white glitter paper as the champagne, and I thought it turned out really cute. These were cut at 2 3/4 of an inch. And then you can use these middle ones as photo mounts, but I'm actually going to use them sort of as an embellishment frame. So I'm going to add a little bell here, and then this little flourish over here. And the bell was cut from the Tie the Knot cartridge at 2 3 inches, and this little flourish was cut from Tie the Knot as well, and it was cut at 2 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to go ahead and start adhering my photo mats. I'm going to use my liquid glue and adhere my cuts. And this one is going to overlap this package, so I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on it, and then it will adhere itself flat, because I don't want to pop it up on two thicknesses of foam and have it be too thick. Having so many problems with my tape lately. Don't know if I got a bad roll. Oops. Actually, I think I need to take that piece of foam off, because if not, it will overlap my picture. And this is a heavier piece because it has the glitter paper and the metallic paper. And for whatever reason, this cake was kind of warping up. I didn't really have that problem with any of my other cuts. So I'm just going to hold it down for a little bit and give it time to adhere. So I don't want it bubbling up on my page. And then my little champagne glasses. Next, I have some clear rhinestones, and I'm just going to put them right on the center of my bows on the little gift boxes. Those bows and even the gifts themselves don't have much dimension, so this will help it pop a little bit more. They didn't have a lot of layers to it.